Welcome to Greece, a land where myth and history are inseparable. Here, every mountain, cove, and ruin holds a story, echoing with the footsteps of gods and heroes. The landscape itself is a living testament to the legends that shaped Western civilization. Join me as we uncover the stories etched into marble and whispered by the wind. Our journey into the heart of mythical Greece begins now. We begin our journey in the heart of Greece, in the ancient city of Athens, a place where myth and history blend seamlessly into the landscape. From above, the city stretches out in a tapestry of white stone and winding streets, echoing with the footsteps of countless generations. Towering above it all, the Acropolis stands as a silent sentinel, its marble columns catching the first golden rays of sunrise. For centuries, it has watched over Athens, bearing witness to the city's triumphs and tribulations. It was here on this sacred hill that two mighty gods, Poseidon, lord of the sea, and Athena, goddess of wisdom, competed for the honor of becoming the city's divine protector. Their rivalry would shape the destiny of Athens forever. Poseidon, with a dramatic gesture, struck the rocky ground with his trident. From the stone burst forth a spring of salt water, a powerful symbol of naval strength and the promise of dominance over the seas. The water shimmered in the sunlight, a reminder of the city's potential for maritime glory. But Athena's gift was different. She planted the very first olive tree, its silvery leaves whispering in the breeze. This tree was more than just a plant, it was a symbol of peace, nourishment, and enduring prosperity. The olive would provide food, oil, and wood, sustaining the people through generations. The citizens of Athens gathered to witness this divine contest. They saw the promise of power in Poseidon's gift, but it was Athena's olive tree that captured their hearts. They chose wisdom, peace, and the hope of a flourishing future over the uncertainty of war and conquest. In gratitude, the city was named Athens, forever honoring the goddess who offered them the greater gift. To commemorate this choice, the Parthenon was built, a magnificent temple that would become the very soul of the city. Within its walls once stood a colossal statue of Athena, crafted in gold and ivory, watching over her people. The Parthenon became not just a place of worship, but the spiritual heart of Athens, a beacon of culture, art, and learning. Every intricate carving and frieze on the temple's walls tells a story of gods and heroes, of battles and celebrations, and above all, of the goddess who shaped the city's destiny. These ancient stones preserve the memory of a time when myth walked hand in hand with reality. The Parthenon is more than a marvel of architecture. It is a living monument to the enduring bond between Athens and its divine protector. It stands as a testament to the values the city chose to embrace: wisdom, peace, and prosperity. As we gaze upon its majestic columns, we are reminded of the legacy of a single choice. A choice that defined not only a city, but the very course of Western civilization. Here on these ancient stones, myth and history are forever entwined. The past lives on, shaping the present and inspiring the future. And even today, the olive tree's legacy flourishes in Athens. Its roots run deep, a living reminder of the goddess's gift and the wisdom of those who chose it. In every branch and every leaf, the spirit of Athena endures, nurturing the city she once claimed as her own. We journey to Delphi, once the center of the ancient world. Here, Apollo's oracle, the Pythia, delivered prophecies that shaped history. Pilgrims came seeking guidance, passing treasuries filled with offerings. The ruins and maxims, know thyself, nothing in excess, remind us of the limits of human wisdom. Delphi was where the will of the gods met the ambitions of mortals. In Boeotia lies Thebes, a city steeped in myth and tragedy, founded by Cadmus, birthplace of Heracles, and haunted by the fate of Oedipus. The saga of the House of Laius echoes through time, exploring fate and free will. Archaeology uncovers fragments of its legendary past, connecting myth to history. Thebes' stories endure, woven into the very ground beneath our feet. Here, myth is the city's most enduring monument. In Epirus, the Acheron River was seen as a gateway to the underworld. Its waters, both tranquil and wild, inspired tales of Charon ferrying souls to Hades. The Necromanteon, oracle of the dead, drew pilgrims seeking contact with lost loved ones. Rituals and darkness heightened the sense of crossing into another realm. Today, the river and ruins still evoke awe and mystery. To visit Acheron is to stand at the threshold between worlds. Here, myth and landscape merge in haunting harmony. In the heart of the Cyclades, surrounded by the sparkling blue waters of the Aegean Sea, lies the legendary island of Delos. Revered since ancient times, Delos is celebrated as the sacred birthplace of the twin gods Apollo, the bringer of light, and Artemis, the huntress of the moon. Its mythic origins have drawn pilgrims, poets, and travelers for thousands of years, each seeking to walk in the footsteps of the divine. According to legend, Leto, pursued relentlessly by the jealous goddess Hera, wandered the world in search of a safe haven to give birth. At last she found refuge on this floating barren island, far from Hera's gaze. Here, amidst the silence and the sea, Leto brought forth her children, forever sanctifying Delos as a place of miracles and new beginnings. Moved by Leto's plight, Zeus anchored Delos to the ocean floor, transforming it from a drifting rock into a permanent sanctuary. Bathed in golden sunlight, the island became a beacon of hope and a symbol of divine favor, consecrated as a sanctuary of light for all time. In reverence for its sacred origins, the ancient Greeks decreed that no one could be born or die on Delos. The entire island was transformed into a vast open-air temple, a place where the boundaries between the mortal and the divine seemed to blur, and every stone whispered of the gods. Over centuries, Delos flourished as both a religious sanctuary and a thriving commercial hub. Merchants, priests, and pilgrims from across the Mediterranean gathered here, filling its markets and temples with life and energy. Even today, the ruins remain awe-inspiring, echoing with the footsteps of those who once sought fortune and favor from the gods. The famous Terrace of the Lions, with its proud marble guardians, and the exquisite mosaic houses, still recall the vibrant cosmopolitan spirit of Delos's golden age. Each artifact and sculpture tells a story of devotion, artistry, and the enduring power of myth. Today, Delos stands as a silent city of stone, its abandoned buildings and weathered ruins preserving the memory of divine birth and ancient glory. The island's quiet beauty invites reflection, reminding us of the sacred stories that shaped its destiny. Here, where myth and history intertwine, Delos remains a testament to the power of belief. Once the heart of a multicultural world, the sacred Isle of Light continues to inspire awe, standing as a bridge between the mortal and the divine at the center of the ancient world. On Naxos, myth and landscape blend in tales of love and abundance. Here, Ariadne, abandoned by Theseus, was found and wed by Dionysus. Their union transformed heartbreak into divine celebration. The Portara, a marble gate, stands as a symbol of mythic encounters. Naxos's fertile land, blessed by Dionysus, still yields rich harvests. Ancient statues and ruins echo the island's sacred past. To visit Naxos is to walk in the footsteps of gods and mortals. We reach Ithaca, the island of Odysseus, and the symbol of homecoming. The Odyssey's hero endured endless trials to return to this quiet, rugged land. Ithaca's harbors and cliffs match Homer's descriptions, blurring myth and reality. Sites like the Cave of the Nymphs evoke the epic's final chapters. Ithaca is more than a place. It's the embodiment of longing and belonging. Here, the journey's end is its greatest reward. On Crete, the palace of Knossos inspired the myth of the labyrinth and the Minotaur. King Minos' maze, built by Daedalus, imprisoned a monster born of divine punishment. Theseus, aided by Ariadne, braved the labyrinth and ended the terror. Knossos' ruins and bull imagery blur the line between legend and archaeology. Crete's caves, like the Dictaean and Idaean, are tied to the birth and hiding of Zeus. The island is a cradle of myth, where gods and monsters once roamed. Here, the foundations of Greek mythology were laid in stone and story. We ascend Mount Olympus, the legendary home of the gods. Its cloud-shrouded peaks were the perfect palace for Zeus and the Olympians. The mountain's forests and ravines inspired tales of divine battles and power. Ancient Greeks worshipped at its base, never daring to climb its sacred heights. Today, Olympus is a national park, its summit offering breathtaking views. Climbing above the clouds, one feels the awe that inspired ancient reverence. Olympus remains a boundary between the mortal and the divine. On Crete's Mount Ida, Zeus was hidden as an infant to escape Cronus. Rhea tricked Cronus, saving Zeus and hiding him in the Idaean cave. Nymphs and warriors protected the future king of the gods. The cave became a sacred site, filled with offerings and legend. Archaeology confirms its ancient role as a place of worship. To stand at its entrance is to connect with the origins of the Olympian order. Mount Ida is the nursery of a god and the dawn of a new era. At Cape Sunion, the Temple of Poseidon rises majestically atop dramatic cliffs, its ancient columns standing as silent sentinels over the restless Aegean Sea. For centuries, this sacred site has watched over the waves, a guardian at the edge of the world, where land meets the endless blue expanse. In ancient times, sailors and travelers would pause here, offering prayers and sacrifices to Poseidon, the mighty god of the sea, hoping for calm waters and safe passage. The temple's gleaming marble was a beacon, visible from far out at sea, guiding ships home and welcoming weary voyagers back to Greek shores. The site is steeped in myth and legend, most famously tied to the tragic tale of Theseus and his father, King Aegeus. According to the story, Theseus sailed to Crete to face the Minotaur, promising to change his ship's black sails to white if he survived. But as fate would have it, Theseus forgot to change the sails. Seeing the black sails from these very cliffs, King Aegeus believed his son was lost, and overcome with grief, leapt into the sea below. That sea, forever after, would bear his name, the Aegean. Today, the temple stands as a monument to both divine power and human loss, its weathered stones echoing with stories of hope, longing, and the enduring bond between mortals and the gods they worshipped. As the sun sets, the marble columns glow with a golden light, casting long shadows across the headland. In these moments, the myths of ancient Greece seem to come alive, whispering through the sea breeze and the crumbling ruins. Sunion is a place where land, sea, and legend meet, a crossroads of history and imagination, where every stone has a story and every wave carries echoes of the past. For travelers and dreamers alike, it's the perfect place to end our journey through mythical Greece, standing at the edge of the world, where the ancient and the eternal are forever entwined. Our journey ends, but the myths endure in Greece's stones and spirit. These sites are portals to another time where imagination meets history. To walk here is to follow in the footsteps of gods and heroes. Thank you for joining me. May your own journeys be filled with wonder and discovery. Until next time, let the echoes of myth inspire your path.